Marion. Ladies and gentlemen, what anything means. Wait a minute, something's happening. Wait!
Circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to continue the broadcast.
Disclaimer, before you watch this video, I'm not a disrespectful human being. I'm a good guy. I'm from Riverside, from the suburbs. Yes, sir. I'm from the suburbs. Just let it hoop. But I know the dudes that think they hard ain't hard. I just wanted more.
Okay, so full disclosure, I was not expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this. Like, I don't even know how to start, guys. Brian Wright did it. I mean, he did it again. I'm quite blown away. Not only has our San Antonio Spurs drafted the clear-cut second overall pick in the draft, they've grabbed the second best player I personally wanted on the board. I had no idea he was going to come to us, but here we are. I don't know if fans are grasping how great of a fit this truly is, but I just wanted to just talk about our two picks in the draft and why I'm giving an early prediction that we're not only going to be a playoff team, but we may actually make some noise, and should I say a run.
Su sabor es como el sol caliente brillando sobre mí.
Hold on a second. This takes me to my happy place.
All right, so let's start with Dylan Harper, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, is a cool social media platform for many reasons, right? One of which being a place where we can all share our passion for something that means a lot to us and connect with people around the world. But with that comes some of the worst takes you can see in your entire life. There were many fans calling for the Spurs to trade the number 2 pick and even journalists trying to push it. Absolutely ridiculous, because Dylan Harper is going to be special, and I'll tell you a few reasons that you should get excited, because college is all about context, and unfortunately, nuance is quite lost when it comes to joining an echo chamber of your own thoughts and opinions. One reason I saw why people justified trading the second pick was because, quote unquote, he just doesn't fit next to Fox and Castle, or he's just too ball dominant, or my personal favorite, we have too many guards. So all that aside, let me just break down a couple things that stood out to me about Dylan Harper, because he's not only an elite on-ball creator and scorer, I'd argue one of his best skills is his ability to create without the ball in his hands. It will not take much whatsoever to debunk any of the heinous things that have been said about Dylan Harper when it pertains to the ball not being in his hands. 80%. Listen to me. He was 80% as a cutter. 1.5 points per possession as a cutter. He shot 36.8% on catch and shoot threes. He shot 50% when he was unguarded. 86th percentile on spot up scoring and 91st percentile as a cutter. Ridiculous, guys. And I want to emphasize how good he is at finishing at the rim. This dude averaged nearly 70% of his finishes in college. And like I said, context is super important. And in college, there's no 3-second rule. And to add on to that, he's a guard, and these are big man type numbers. No, these are actually impressive if you're a big man. So context. He played for Rutgers team, who true threats were only him and Ace Bailey, if we're being honest. Dylan got a bulk of the attention and would often draw double teams, and even with that, he was able to display counters upon counters upon counters. He's exceptional. And if anyone wants to tell you otherwise, slap them like Manu did that bat, because they are wrong.
Shaving cream.
How, bro? Like, for real, how? How did we get Carter Bryant? Let me tell you how important this is, okay? On my main channel, Clan the Spurs Fan, I've been saying this for the past year, that most important thing that we needed was a 3-and-D small forward. Obviously, we need a backup center, right? We've all talked about that. But that small forward position is something that I've been afraid of for a very long time, and Lord knows it took forever to even get a Kawhi Leonard, right? So this is something that I really really want it. And no offense to Keldon Johnson, but he's just not getting it done, okay? Forgive me. I know I'm known as the Keldon Johnson hater at this point, but I just have to be honest here. He's one of the worst shooters in the NBA, listed as the worst corner three-point shooter, and this would be forgiven if there was good defense, but unfortunately, he's not really good on the defensive end either. Top of that with questionable decision-making at times, and we have a player that's more situational than consistent, more theoretical than anything else. Carter Bryant is almost the complete opposite of all of this. So first and foremost, he has a good size at standing at 6'8", depending on who you ask. He plays smart basketball, makes good decisions, and is the picture-perfect ideal role-playing wing that the San Antonio Spurs need. His only flaws might be his ball handling, but we aren't expecting any of that from him right now. And our main questions really are, can you play elite defense? Can you rebound? And can you shoot threes? And the answer for him is a astounding yes. Dude, are you kidding? He's also a savvy off-ball cutter as well. Now, I don't have to explain why this is a perfect player to bring next to our established talent, but I do want to tell you why I'm excited about this. Unless a trade occurs, he will be learning from Harrison Barnes, literally the player who Carter Bryant will be basing his role off of. But what's insane is the defensive makeup of this team at this point. Dylan Harper is a good defender. Castle is a great defender. Sohan is an elite defender. And Wembanyama is a generational one. This team is going to be so difficult to deal with. Brian Wright added to our depth while simultaneously creating a defensive stopper to some of the best in the NBA. No look will be easy, and every shot will be contested. Once the Spurs team defense comes together, we may be looking like a juggernaut. I'm more than happy on how things panned out on the draft. This is truly a dream come true. I am not being hyperbolic when I say this. The dynasty has officially started. So I want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Elephant in the room, I know I have not uploaded as much as I'd like. That's probably an understatement, but that's going to change. But I really do appreciate all of the love, and if you guys could just give me a subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.